Hello to everyone and a very good afternoon. So despite the fact it has been US Labour Day today with several markets closed and electronic trade now closed for the evening, just going to do a wrap up in terms of the major news from Europe now that we have seen the cash market close. So notable comments really are the headline market drivers were later on in the session. They were from an EU lawmaker who said that in the parliamentary committee meeting, Draghi said that buying of 2- and 3-year government bonds does not contravene the EU treaty and in fact does not constitute state aid. So with this, we did see a bit of a delayed reaction due to the thin volumes with US market participants away. However, strength was noted in the euro currency, and we also saw bond prices move to fresh session lows. And we saw some movement in the Italian curve with the 2-year yields falling to fresh lows and similar price action in the 10-year, although a slight disconnection from the Spanish with the yield still sitting around its session high for the 10-year. Now, in terms of the cash bourses today, we did see some notable underperformance in the IBEX 35, and that's just as banking stocks and financials did weigh on the index. And that was due to, on Friday, Bankia reporting a larger loss than had been expected, and is now looking to be, or cash to be injected into the partially state-owned bank. And also, just as we still look out for the Spanish government to request aid for the banking system, which continues to fare pretty badly. As well as that, we've also seen reports in Spanish press that another region, so Andalusia, is seeking state aid. Last week did say that they don't rule it out, so this time it looks to be more of a confirmation, just joining other Spanish regions and adding to the speculation that Spain will need a bailout for the country as a whole, not just their banking sector, as several industries and regions do struggle financially. Now, in terms of US news, recently we have seen an article from the Fed watcher John Hilstrom in the Wall Street Journal, just noting that the Fed are still lukewarm towards cutting of the reserve rate, so that's the interest on excess reserves, which currently stands at 0.25%. Last week we did see Fed's Bullard call for a bit of a cut towards that rate, so it'll be interesting. And that could gather a bit of attention tomorrow. Today we didn't see much movement on that, but that's just as markets begin to close in terms of the electronic trade. Now, looking ahead to tomorrow, the main focus will be on that key event on Thursday, the ECB rate decision and press conference from Draghi. Any source comments on new developments towards that, with particular emphasis on bond buys of peripheral nation, could be a key driver, and we could see some fast money moves on the back of any of those headlines. For the time being, however, that is enough from me. Hope you have a very pleasant evening, and tomorrow looks to be a lot busier considering the US market participants are joining us back in the markets. But have yourself a great evening in the meantime.